Okay, this is sort of the higher price range end. It's 6,000 watts, 48 volt. MPPT that you see in this label up here that's almost off of your screen. I can do better than that. Maximum power point tracking. Down here in your specifications. Okay, this has got dual outputs. Efficiency 93 to 95%. Weight 34 kilograms. So this has got the big transformer in it, the big toroidal transformer, round transformer. I can't say it when I'm thinking of how it's spelled. This is a 6048 MPP solar. Oh, be careful that that you're getting the brand up here that the ad said. You might get something else that's a reseller or somebody's private labeled it, but you might get something that's a knockoff altogether. This company here, all the ads. Let's see if we can find it up here. Okay, this is coming from MPP Solar Incorporated. Obviously, it's the parent company. Been in business 10 years. It's 450,000 transactions last year. On-time delivery it's appalling, 91%. Most of them are 98 and 99. 91% is almost failure. Down here at the bottom, this makes a difference for what we're doing, because we're going to buy them from Alibaba.com. This little King's Crown looking thing with the dollar sign in it, this is called trade assurance. That's like when you buy something with eBay from PayPal, when pay with PayPal. If there's any complaints, you can file a form. And there's a procedure on eBay, and it'll fall out after about 7 or 8 days. Either you'll get satisfaction, or they'll just put the money back in your PayPal, provided that that you have an honest claim. I don't know what they do with people that are lying, but I've only had 2 or 3 times out of 1,000 or so deals with them that I had to make a complaint. One time I used. What was the name of that company? It's probably got a tab. No, it hasn't either. 17 Tracking, I believe, is the name of it. But they'll track anything from anybody's invoice numbers, tracking number, all over the world. And my stuff was marked off as delivered to my house. But out of 4 items, 2 of them ended up near Los Angeles, Marin County, and in greater Los Angeles itself. One ended up in Pompano Beach, Florida, and one in Miami, Florida. But they're all marked off of USPS that they were delivered to my driveway. So PayPal just refunded the money. The supplier says that they've been given bad information. I don't think the supplier had anything to do with it, because they sent them to the U.S. and the post office marked them as delivered to my house. Anyway, PayPal straightened it out. And here you have the same kind of deal with Alibaba is the biggest retailer in the world. They're like 7 or 8 times bigger than Amazon. And Amazon is absolutely huge. But these are the people that buy from Alibaba list their stuff on Amazon. It's in fact, that's the preferred place that Alibaba wants to ship stuff to, is Amazon warehouses. They have their own jets to deliver only to Amazon. They don't even want to deliver it to personal people sometimes. But there's DHL, UPS, companies that you've probably dealt with before. They deliver too, and they generally are cheaper. Okay, 93 to 95 efficiency. Okay, this is split phase. This one puts out 120 and 240. you can parallel them together and make a 208 volt, and you make 3-phase with 3 inverters. You can parallel the crap out of this one, do all kinds of stuff. What color was it? This one may be grid tied because you can tell from the color. This one says it right. It's yellow paint, but it says right on it, grid tie. They don't like to say that. It's it leaves them liable for people that don't want their meters spun backwards. Some like power companies. This is 5,000 watt, 48 volt, 230 volt. It's got a high open circuit voltage of 450 volts. Remember, you don't want to go below 250. 300 was the standard last year for really efficient ones. 450 is getting up there, and I've got some listed here that are 600. I'm kind of afraid of 600 volts. It charges the batteries at 80 amps, and the AC charges at 60 amps, and $568. You'll notice that we had one just a little while ago that was $568. That's just sort of a common price with this MPP. They've got like 5 inverters built on this same architecture. They'll all be the same price, but they'll have different characteristics. And 13 kilograms, so no big transformer in this one. And you won't have a big transformer if it's grid tied. 22.7 amps, that's similar to what we've been saying. You can charge it with line voltage, the 220, 240 line voltage. It outputs 220 to 240. And again, if you're going to use net metering or something, you're wanting to have this 240 volts. Output frequency, every last one, I'm going to say 50 or 60. The inverter will read what you connect up to your line voltage before it turns on, and it will set the frequency. I don't know if I have this one on my sheet. Yeah. The one on my sheet is 450 volt open circuit voltage. It's showing 15 kilograms. This one says 13. The one on my sheet's the newest model. And this is for more than one. This is for 2. So some of this stuff doesn't make any sense to me. 48 volt. This is for 2 of them. That's 10 kilowatts. But I don't have down the what the solar panels can put into it. None of them in the catalogs are below 5,000 watts input. Most of them are 6,000 and 8,000, and I'm sure this one is 5,000 because of the size. That generally is the it's actually the output. But when they say continuous, if you find a place down here that says continuous output, if it's 5,000, then that knows they have to keep up with the by the solar panels. We're going to get to this in a minute, but this item right here, let's see if I got a... Okay, wait a minute. Okay. This is the David Paz, D-A-V-I-D P-O-Z, all one word, channel. He's real good at explaining this stuff. And he's got 100 videos. But we're going to look at a picture of something he's going to point at in a second.
Rowatt brand inverters. Each inverter is a 5 kilowatt inverter with a solar MPPT charger built in that can take up to a 6,000 watt solar array. I have 3 of them, each connected to its own solar array outside. And then over here on the left, we have a big battery box, and this has about 30 kilowatt hours worth of lithium iron phosphate batteries in it. This system has been powering my entire house for the last month. Now these inverters each output 230 volts, and then we paralleled them, so we're still at 230 volts 230 volts, but we're just increasing our total capacity. So 5 kilowatts, 10 kilowatts, and 15 kilowatts, all feeding together into this one load center. Now the power is currently on, so I'm not going to stick my fingers in there, but I have it open because I have these CT clamps on each leg, and that's for these two separate meters, and then I have one meter down here, which is reading the total power going in. Now all of this gives me 230 volts, but that's only half the story. This is an auto transformer. Now I live in United States, North America. We have split phase power, so this auto transformer can split that in half, giving me a middle neutral, which then gives me 120 volts and 120 volts legs. And that's what is kind of typical here in the United States. So that's what I'm using this auto transformer for. And down here I have a little temperature sensor on this so that I can just kind of every single time I walk past this area, I'm checking it as far as how hot this thing is getting. So it has all been working really well. Now I do want to point out that if you decide to do something similar in your own home, try a different setup with the auto transformer. I've had several commenters, rightfully so, pointing out that if this circuit breaker ever trips that feeds the auto transformer, we would create an imbalance on the two legs in the house, and that might affect some sensitive electronics. You don't want to burn anything out. You don't want to cause more headaches for yourself. So it'd be better to set this up in a different way. I am working on some stuff that hopefully I'll get to in the future. But having all of these meters as well as the shunt on the battery bank, I've been able to check electricity going in, coming from the solar array. I've been able to check the efficiency of the auto transformer, all of this. So I'm going to run through a few of the numbers. First off, when you first turn these inverters on, like right now, they're on, so losing just a tiny bit of efficiency is okay. I'm going to put up a curve here of my exact solar.
Okay, what it's showing here is this is your MPPT wattage that your inverter is capable of handling, that can take all of. And what it's doing is if your panels generate more wattage than looks like about 860 watts or something on this one, then it won't use that. You'll use everything below it. But you're getting the biggest part out of it, and during most of the day you won't be making the full wattage. I thought he had a picture of this thing. Huh. Let me pause this thing. In fact, let me come back and we're gonna split this video.
See if I can find a 21 amp, or I might have to put it on a 20 amp. But you know, if you current line to line is 21 amps.
We're going to look at the auto transformer.
On a 30 amp breaker right now.
This is how you make your 120.
I might have to see if I can find a 21 amp, or I might have to put it on a 20 amp. But, you know, if you guys know the answer, let me know in the comments below. So we're going to need an Allen key. And so let me go grab an Allen key for that. These are 5 millimeter. it looks like this is molded plastic, and we have some kind of gasket embedded in the aluminum housing. Wow. Look at that. It's so cute. When I saw photos of this before, I thought it'd be so much bigger, but look at that. In comparison, there's my hand. So it's not actually that big, but it is deceivingly heavy for its size because you have the iron core. So we've got L1, L2, and neutral. And then this one over here is going to be a temperature sensor. So that's neat. The temperature sensor runs right inside there, so it's going to be reading the inside temperature. That's great. And a grounding screw. So let's see here. There we go. That popped out easy.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to see was what the thing looks like, what it actually is. It's half of a full-size transformer. It's not two separate windings. This is just a continuation of the same winding. And the ends of the white wires here is the ends of the winding. They come together and go down here to be the neutral. And your 220 goes across it. And this is resistance wire. This particular one he's measured is 70 watts standby power. So it's anytime that the breaker's on to it and you're going to have a 120 system, you're going to be pulling 70 watts. Now that sounds like a lot. That's bigger than a 60 watt light bulb. But you got to remember, you're talking solar energy here. So you can waste as much as you want. You know, I ordered solar street lights for our property. I ordered 15 of them so I could light the whole damn place up. And I was looking at the wattage and all this, and then it dawned on me, I'm not paying for the electricity for these things. I should be looking at the cost of the light with the shipping one time I get it. So I got 966 LEDs and a couple of million lumens. I don't know how much they are, but they're for lighting up like half a block of a city street. So I can put them over my fish tanks and the yard and vegetable garden and around the doors and any place I feel like putting one. A couple at the front gate. But I just went big because you don't have to pay the power. You only have the initial purchase cost, and when you buy some of this photovoltaic stuff from China, when you get up past a certain price point on something, it's not like those pathway lights you put in your garden and your yard. Those have the cheapest components that they can make work. But when you get into something that they're charging $50 for, if you are a Chinese company and you send garbage to America, they will take you to court over there, and it's not pretty. Most of the people plead guilty to the crime, and they take them around the corner of the building and just shoot them. If they plead innocent, and they are innocent, they have a trial. If they're proven innocent, no foul, go back to work. They prove you guilty, they'll kill you and your entire family. So that's why they plead guilty. Anyway, once you've got an inverter, and we've looked at enough inverters, I got a whole list of them here, but the ones I'm going to get are a couple of those $568 ones, and some of the ones that are $9.99, I think, or $8.99. Those are split phase, and the other one is a grid tie, so that if the Philippines wants to actually pay me at least half what I'm paying them for electric, or they want to do net metering, yeah, I'll send it to them. If not, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'll just let it go to waste.